Okie dokie. Artichoke. All right, so the first one we're going to try to do today is, which ones did I decide were worth it and which ones weren't? This one. Okay. So everybody write down x minus the square root of 15 minus 2x equals 0. The square root is over all of 15 minus 2x. All right. So I've got a prize for anybody who can tell me or have an idea of what could possibly be done. Kyle.
All right, so first you need to bring the x over to the other side.
To the other side. Okay, so wait. So like subtract x?
Subtract an x.
This is correct.
And then we have
I wouldn't be writing it down if it wasn't correct.
Well, I don't know. And then we have to divide by a -1. So get rid of the negative and stuff. And then we are going to take the square root or square each side.
Right. So the opposite of a square root is squaring.
Which that gets rid of the, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you end up with 15 minus 2x equals x squared now.
Correct. And then if you subtract the x squared,
Okay.
get a negative or get a 0 over there, then we can just plug it into our calculator.
Great idea. All right, so this is negative x squared. I'm going to just put it in order. Minus 2x plus 15 equals 0. All right, let's put it into our calculator. Aren't you loving that program you wrote? What's A? -1. B is -2. C is 15. So did you guys get -5 and 3?
Yep.
Okay. So that was perfect, Kyle. Well done. The reason why you can't square it right away, let's talk about this, okay? So imagine that if I put parentheses around this and I decided to square both sides, right, to get rid of the square root. You guys remember you can't just distribute a square. It would actually be that thing twice, and you'd have to put it in a box. And then the first, like on top, would be this, and then this would be on one side. You'd have to be multiplying the square root of 15 minus 2x on one whole side, and then plugging that in. It would turn out really bad. So the best thing to do is get everything out of the way, get the square root by itself, and then square both sides. Everybody understand? Okay. All right, now, one of these actually doesn't work, and this is something called an extraneous solution, so we're going to write this down. Extraneous. It's like extra neos solutions are extra false solutions that happen when you square something. They also happen with other powers, like even powers, like a fourth power, a sixth power, an eighth power. So write down also even powers. Okay. So, you don't have to check for extraneous solutions or no solution problems, except when you have a fraction like we've been doing so far, right? You just check and make sure that it doesn't make it 0 under the fraction. But if you ever have to square both sides or do a fourth power to both sides or a sixth power to both sides, then you have to check your work. So let's go back and check it. So can we do this in our heads? Let's find out. If I plug in negative x up here, I get negative x. Well, I guess we'll have to do over here. Check. Negative 5 minus the square root of 15 minus 2 times -5. And we're trying to see if that's going to equal 0, right? Okay, so what's 15 plus 10, it looks like, right? 25, so you get a 5 here, and then that would be -5 minus the square root of 25. What's the square root of 25? What's -5 minus 5? So this one doesn't work, because this turns out to be -10, not 0, so doesn't work. All right, let's check the other one. 3 minus the square root of 15 minus 2 times 3 is supposed to also equal 0. All right, so what's 2 times 3? 6. What's 15 minus 6? 9. So this is 3 minus the square root of 9, which is what? 3. So this is 3 minus 3, which is 0, correct? 0 equals 0, we're good there, that's a yes. Okay. Okay, so example 5, this one is going to be you and your partner doing this. Let's try. X minus the square root of 4x plus 12 equals 0. All right, try with your partner. Talk to each other. Go. Talk to your partner. Don't just work alongside them. Emma, Caitlin, talk through what you're doing. October.
Well, because you're gonna get 2, right? That's negative 2 plus 2, so it's gonna cancel out.
Rather put a 6 in there and it doesn't pass, so it's like, wait, how did you get that answer?
Oh.
That's,
Now I realize why.
you know what?
It's like this is what.
Is today the 13th? You've been writing 12 on everything.
You have to put it back into itself to see if it does equal 0.
Cool.
But then you got plus 2, so how would I? Or are we just trying to
Negative 2
find this
plus
part?
2 equals 0, so it would be,
Oh,
like, it would be correct.
okay.
All right. The right answer to this problem is 6. And only 6. Talk to